Boom, boom. What is up, guys? Tom Wedding here, back again with another valuable video. Now, guys, today we're going to go over the 4 agency pillars. These are the 4 main pillars of running a successful marketing agency online. Now, if you don't know these 4 pillars that we're going to go over, you've been living under a rock and you need to wake up. But anyway, let's dive straight into this. No more fluff. I know time is money and your guys' time is valuable. So let's dive straight into this. What are the 4 agency pillars? And I'm going to go a little bit deeper into them. But what are the 4 agency pillars? Bam, here they are. We have prospecting, sales, fulfillment, and retention. So let's go into them a little bit deeply. Now, this is kind of like a flow, right? Like things flow in this direction. It's not just random 4 pieces of the puzzle. Like these are like almost stages of how the process of your agency goes. So everything starts with your prospecting. You move from prospecting into sales, you move from sales into fulfillment, you move from fulfillment into retention, right? That's the process of your agency. That's how it should go. Now, we start with prospecting. So what is prospecting? Well, very simply, that's attracting people into your pipeline or getting people into your pipeline, whether that's through inbound or outbound methods. You're basically getting potential clients, potential candidates who are going to work with you and, who are in need of your solution that you are offering, whether that's Facebook ads or Google ads or SEO or all of these services that you're offering. You're finding people who are in need of it, congregating them somewhere, speaking to them in some form or fashion, getting them into your pipeline. Now, a pipeline is basically where you have your prospects and you're tracking the progress with each of them. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You don't have to have any crazy CRMs or anything like people say you do. It's just very simply tracking the process of where your prospects are at, right? In the sales cycle. So then from prospecting, we move into sales. Now, sales, very simply, is closing that person as a client, right? Closing that prospect as a client. Now, you all know this, sales, very simple, duh. So I'm not going to touch too much on that. But yeah, basically converting them into a client, very simply. And then we've got fulfillment, which is basically doing the service, like whatever that is, whether that's Facebook ads, like actually doing the Facebook ads. And then we've got retention, which is like, how do we keep this client for longer than what they've signed on for or whatever, right? Whether that's 6 months, 12 months, like how do we keep them longer? How do we keep them paying as a customer with us, right? So retention is a really important part of that as well. And it's one a lot of people miss, but I believe it's a really important pillar to the agency space. And if you're missing that, you're missing a lot of potential, because within retention, there's also things such as upselling into other services and taking over like a company's full marketing space, like whatever the goal is there. Like there's a lot of things that come under retention that you can miss, and that a lot of people do easily miss. So these are the 4 pillars. Now, this is well and great, but where do people go wrong? Where do people go wrong? Well, what I see a lot of, right? There's courses out there. There's tons and tons and millions of courses out there on how to start a marketing agency, how to run a marketing agency, right? And here's what they do. They teach fulfillment. Because it's easier to sell that idea in their ads. You see these ads everywhere, right? You see them on YouTube. You see them on your Facebook feed. It's like, hey, are you interested in this new opportunity where we run simple little Facebook ads and we get paid thousands a month for these simple little Facebook ads that we set up, right? That sells. That ad sells, right? People are interested in a new opportunity. So these ads are selling the fulfillment piece, but in their training, they're also training people on the fulfillment piece and kind of lacking on the prospecting and sales side of things, right? So people are coming in, learning how to do all this fulfillment themselves, coming in and trying to do all this fulfillment themselves. They learn it, and then they struggle to find these clients and get these sales coming in, right? Because they're not taught the proper way to set up these sales and prospecting systems in their business. So they're stuck doing this fulfillment, knowing how to do this fulfillment, but not having the clients to actually do that fulfillment for, right? And then here's problem number 2. Maybe they do get their prospecting and sales set up and they get leads coming in. They're getting sales coming in. But the problem here now is that they're getting stuck doing all of the fulfillment themselves. And they're stuck working hours on hours on hours on end for all of these clients that they have. And they have no free time to enjoy the agency life and to really scale that thing, right? Because you can't scale it. You're one person, right? You're one person. You can't scale your agency just by doing everything yourself. So you need to let go of the reins a little bit more, and let people take charge of your agency for you, right? You just need to be like that onlooker, looking over everything and just control it. Be like the middleman that connects the like dots between everything, right? So these are the 4 things that you need to have set up. You need to have set up a prospecting system, a sales system, a fulfillment system and process, and then a retention system as well. And if you can have all 4 of these things in place, you can scale really quickly, really easily, and without much hassle, right? It's going to be super simple. So let's break this down a little bit more. So like, let's say we've got a business owner, right? Mr. Business Owner here. Actually, I'm not going to draw this. I'm going to draw this. Don't mind my crappy drawing, but we're going to draw this. So we've got Mr. Business Owner here. We'll put a business hat on him. And Mr. Business Owner here is chilling. He's chilling, killing. And he has a problem, right? He has a problem. Now, he has some underlying problems, but his main problem is he doesn't have enough business to generate enough revenue in his business, right? So he doesn't have enough customers, new customers coming to him for him to generate new business. So I'm just going to put not enough customers. And this is his main problem, right? This is his main problem. He doesn't have enough customers. Not enough customers. So, what's the solution to that problem? Now, like I said, he has some underlying problems deeper than that. And this is why it's really important. Here's a little hack for you guys. Just keep asking why. Why is such a powerful question. Such a powerful question. When you're on the phone with prospects and sales calls and stuff, just keep asking why, because you can find deeper rooted, desires, fears, struggles, all of this stuff just by asking one simple word, which is why. For example, like this guy, his problem is he doesn't have enough customers, but why does he want more customers? Why does he want those more customers? Well, he wants more customers to bring in more money. But why does he want more money? Well, he wants more money so that he can spend more time with his family and get off the tools and work less, right? But why does he want to spend more time with his, like, you get what I mean, right? You can go really deep with this stuff, and you kind of, if you can get at least 3 levels deep with everything, you can get some pretty solid information to use on closing. This helps in the sales piece of this puzzle. Anyway, that's a little hack. So we've got this guy. His problem is not enough customers. Now, what's the solution? Well, the solution could be multiple things. Let's say it could be Facebook ads, So let's put Facebook ads here. Now, again, the solution to that problem could be multiple things. It's not just set in stone on Facebook ads, but you need to find one service that fits into that problem as the solution. So let's put solution here. Man, my drawings are really crappy. So we've got Mr. Business Owner, not enough customers. The solution is Facebook ads, right? So that is the solution. Now, how does our 4 pillars tie into us getting Mr. Business Owner his solution? Well, we've got the prospecting piece to first get in contact with this Mr. Business Owner and actually get him to know us and us to know him, right? That's the first piece of the puzzle, which is the prospecting. Then we've got him to see that our solution is something that he needs and that can solve his problem. That's our sales piece, right? And then we move on to the fulfillment piece, right? Which is where we actually give him this solution. We set it up, we get him happy with it, and then we get him so happy with it that he stays on and keeps wanting to stay on. And that's retention, right? So that's how the 4 pieces play into this puzzle. And you don't need to overcomplicate it. It's literally that simple. You've got Mr. Business Owner who wants more customers. We have the solution. We get in contact with Mr. Business Owner. We find out his problem. We offer him the solution. We close him on the solution. We give him the solution. And then we make him so happy and satisfied with the solution that he wants more, keeps wanting more, right? And then in retention, we upsell him to other services for his other problems, right? Other issues that he's having. Maybe he doesn't know how to build out a big enough team to take on all the work. Well, we can help with that, Mr. Business Owner. We have a team building class or something, see what I mean? And this gives you more ideas to not just think as a marketer, but think as someone who can solve problems, because there's so much more potential to solve problems than there is to market for people, right? No one likes marketing. No one wants a marketer. No one wants to work with a marketer. They want their problem solved. That's what they want. That's what these business owners want. So those are the 4 things. Now, I'm going to go to the next slide here. This quote, I love this quote, right? You can do anything, but not everything. And if you try to, you'll do even less. And it's so damn true. So damn true. If you try to do everything yourself, you'll actually end up doing less work and being less productive because there's more overwhelm, there's more stress, and you'll spend less time doing productive things because you'll be spent doing all these unproductive things that don't actually move the needle in the business, and you stay stuck, you stay stagnant, you don't grow, you don't scale. I've just given you the 4 main pillars, these 4 main pillars here, right? Prospecting, sales, fulfillment, retention. But you need to be focused on not doing everything yourself. Now, here's something cool that I like to do. I wrote this on the other page. Hang on. So, I call it the learn, then outsource method. Now, we all know this is a process, right? So it starts with your prospecting and ends with your retention. So these are the 4 things. Now, everyone's here trying to learn the fulfillment piece first, which is, yes, it's important in a way, but the most important thing is to have your prospecting and sales system set up first and foremost. So I would go 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, this is a list, right? Prospecting first. Learn how to prospect effectively. And I don't mean like, oh, I can get 3 to 5 leads coming in here and there. No, I mean like learn how to prospect consistently, effectively, get leads coming in that are just like flowing in super consistently. They're high qualified leads. If you can learn that one skill first, that's going to like pave the way for everything else, right? Because now you have a foundation to build off, right? And if you close a client, you don't have fulfillment set up, so what? You've got more prospects in the pipeline while you learn fulfillment, right? So now you've mastered the one piece to get more prospects coming in the door. Now it's time to move on to the next one, which is sales. Now you learn how to close those clients. And once you start learning sales, you outsource that prospecting piece. Because you know exactly what you're doing with it, you find a virtual assistant or you find someone else who has a bit of experience with it, and you tell them, hey, this is what I've been doing to prospect. It's been working really effectively. If you can follow this, have your systems and your processes laid out, teach them how to do it. And this is when SOPs become really important. You share your SOPs with that virtual assistant. They start doing the prospecting for you. And all of a sudden you have more time on your hands because you're not doing it yourself to go out and learn the sales piece. Then you learn the sales piece, do the exact same thing. Create a system and process for it. Document that and then share it with your virtual assistant or someone else you outsource to. And then you can get a sales guy coming in. Bam. He takes care of all your sales. So you've got a prospecting system set up. You've got a sales system set up. So what you have now, 2 main pieces of the puzzle, you have money on demand. Because the money comes from the sale. The money doesn't come from the fulfillment. The money comes from the sale. Really important thing to remember. The money comes from the sale, not the fulfillment. So now you've got these 2 most important pieces of the puzzle set up. You're literally generating money on demand. And now you might be stressed and you'd be like, oh crap, I got 3-4 clients coming in. I don't know how to fulfill for them. How do I do this? Right? Now you can quickly outsource that stuff because I'm sure you know someone who knows what they're doing with the service or the solution that you sold to that business owner. And if you don't, go into a Facebook group, type a post, say, hey, I'm looking for an expert in XYZ service. Bam. You'll get tons of messages. Even tell them a budget. Be like, hey, look, I've got a new client at this. I'm happy to pay you 50%, 30%, whatever you agree on. Bam. You'll get a ton of messages come in and you'll find someone to outsource that fulfillment to, right? But these 2 pieces of the puzzle, the prospecting and the sales, because you have them set up, now you have time to learn the fulfillment and learn how you want to do it. And what you can even do is the person you hired and outsourced, you can keep them on. You don't even have to learn fulfillment. right? That's the beauty of this. Like, you don't have to learn any piece. You can outsource it right from the start. But here's one thing that's really important is that you understand. Now, learning and understanding is two different things, right? You can learn how to do the skill, but as long as you understand it, that's enough to get by, right? You understand how the pieces work. Learning is when you actually implement, right? What is like that, what is taught, and you know how to do it, right? Yourself. So as long as you just understand each piece of this puzzle, you don't have to have like a full-blown crazy knowledge of it. You just need to know the pieces, right? Keep it stupid simple, man. This thing doesn't have to be any more complicated than it is. So just have an understanding of each of the pieces, and then you can outsource them. And like I said, learn then outsource, learn then outsource, or understand then outsource, right? Either way you want to go, that's the way how you're going to be able to move through this really quickly while setting up a system that actually works within your agency, right? Not just something that's willy-nilly like, hey, I'll get clients here. Oh, yeah, I might get a few referrals. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good, but I'm still like doing all the client work myself. Stress, you know? It's so much better to have a system in place. And when you can look at it objectively as these 4 pillars, you know exactly where you're going wrong, right? You can see where your bottleneck is. Be like, okay, cool. So, are you generating a consistent flow of prospects into your pipeline? No, you have a prospecting problem. Maybe you are generating consistent flow of prospects. Are you closing those prospects? No. So you have a sales problem. Or maybe you are. But maybe the clients you close aren't happy with your service. Well, then you have a fulfillment or a retention problem. You get what I mean? Like, look at this objectively in steps. Steps 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see where your bottleneck is happening. Right? If you're not bringing in new revenue, you know you have a sales or a prospecting problem. If your clients aren't staying with you, you have a retention problem. You know, there's a simple fix. Just by going out and learning and finding that information, and then either outsourcing it, learning how to do it yourself and keep doing it yourself until you outsource it. And that's pretty much it. Like, that's the process. Like, I mean, you don't have to overcomplicate this. Now, again, some of these things that I said in this video are my opinion, and you don't have to listen to me, because why would you want to listen to me? I don't care. But this is what I've seen to be really valuable for me, and a few others that I've spoken with as well. And like, from what people have taught me, is like, these 4 things are really important, right? But again, like I said, these are my opinion. You decide if it's valuable or not. And that's pretty much going to wrap it up, guys. Like I said, if you find these videos enjoyable, please just drop a comment. Say thank you. That's all I ask for. I'm not trying to charge you for this information. I'm just trying to be helpful, right? Give back a little bit. Yes, I do sell some stuff. I sell a prospecting system. That's what I sell at the moment. But I mean, for those who aren't interested, this is free information, right? I'll give away anything. I don't care. So please just drop a comment saying thank you, and I'll continue doing these videos. That's what encourages me to keep doing these. Just people actually enjoying this content and finding it valuable. So like I said, if you enjoyed this, please just say thanks, Tom. Thanks. I enjoyed it. Helped me out some way, right? And again, I'll also leave a link below to the prospecting system I've been talking about. Basically an automated prospecting system. So if you don't have your prospecting piece in check, you can check that out. Again, make an informed decision if that's going to be something that can help you or not. Otherwise, go out, find information from other people. I don't care. Like, that's totally fine. There's tons of things that work. But if you want something quick and easy that works, and it's really cheap at the moment as well, I've got a discount on it. I've got my automated prospecting system below. I'll leave the link. And that is pretty much it from me, guys. I hope you have a fantastic day or night wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you next Wednesday for another one of these live streams. Like I said, going live every single Wednesday, showing these valuable tips, tricks. And if you have ideas for this, you know, what you want me to share, drop them below and I'll try and do my best to get to those. But yeah, apart from that, hope you guys have a lovely day, lovely night, and I will see you all later. Peace.